What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Phil Sarpon. This is Phil's Guide to PsyD. This channel is dedicated to all things psychology, wellness, and graduate school. The topic for today is what I did not know about what psychologists do on a day-to-day basis. Now, there has been a lot of information, a lot of things that I've learned about being a graduate student and learning about some of the specific things that psychologists do. One of the first things that I did not know about what psychologists do is basically how they handle a lot of things in regards to insurance. I'm going to be very straightforward with you guys. There are so many things that they don't really teach you about in clinical psychology programs. What I've learned is that a number of different private practices will actually hire someone to figure out the insurance for them. So that way the psychologist can take care of the patients, they can focus on the therapy, they can focus on the assessments, and they can have someone who actually deals with the insurance companies and deals with the rates and deals with the reimbursement for the psychologist and for the practice itself. The other thing that I didn't know the psychologist particularly did was all of the administrative things that psychologists can do. Now, I've often mentioned how therapists or psychologists, they will do therapy, they will research, they'll teach, they'll do psychological assessments, but I didn't understand how much administrative duty psychologists also have to do. For example, for psychologists in academia, if they have faculty members who are also psychologists, they are doing a number of academic administrative things in the program, whether it's emailing different faculty members, whether it's setting up different meetings, whether it's setting up different programs, whether it's communicating with different schools or different students. There's a lot of administrative things that go on as a faculty member who is also a psychologist. The other thing that is, even if a psychologist works in a private practice or works in healthcare, there are also a number of administrative things that you will do as a future psychologist. This could be even when you see a number of different patients, you do have to record those patients in a database. You have to take their information, you have to record their data, you have to keep in mind that a lot of the information that you put could also go to these insurance companies. So this goes back to some of the different administrative things that you will probably have to learn and do as a future psychologist. Another thing that I didn't know that psychologists do is the realm of supervision. Now, obviously, I know that being in a clinical psychology program, obviously I have faculty members. When I go into my practicum sites, I have people that are constantly supervising me. But I didn't understand that even for those who are not in academia, those who are not in a position where they're supervising a student, there is still supervision across the board for psychologists. In fact, it's actually really cool. Even as a psychologist, psychologists will seek their own supervision from their own peers, from people they know really well, from people that they don't know really well. There's a number of different forums and programs and organizations that allow psychologists to get supervision from other psychologists. Now, you might be thinking why that is. If you become a psychologist and you are licensed in your state, why do you still need some supervision from other psychologists? Well, honestly, there's a number of different conditions out there that it's really impossible for any psychologist to be an expert in. I mean, to think about a psychologist that is an expert in eating disorders, as well as trauma, as well as children, as well as adults, it's really, really, really difficult. And so for most psychologists in the field, they specialize in 2 to 3 main areas, and then they have other things that they're generalists in. So for you as a future psychologist, it's important to understand that the realm of supervision doesn't just end after graduate school or during graduate school. It actually continues well into your career. In fact, there are a number of people who have been working in their career for 20, 30 years that still receive help, supervision, advice, consultation from their peers and from their colleagues. So it's important to know that even though you are in psychology school, even though you're learning from your supervisors, there will probably come a point in time when after you graduate, you will be a supervisor in some way. You will be the person that people go to. You will be the person that people ask and get advice. Just understand that whatever supervisors that you have in graduate school, learn from the way that they do supervision, because chances are you will have to learn some similar techniques and practices and skills to give your own feedback to other potential students, to clients, to other peers or colleagues or whoever. So that is the video for today. If you guys have any questions, of course, put it down in the comment section below. For any students who have things that you also did not know about what psychologists did, also put that in the comment section below. I'm sure the community would love to know and learn about some of the different perspectives and experiences that other students have had in their graduate programs. But with that, that is all for today. I will see you guys in the next video.